man. We talking about, Charleston White got shot at in Houston a few days back, trying to put it on Jay Prince, saying that the shooter was one of affiliated, allegedly affiliated with Jay Prince. That has not been proven. Has not been proven, and so yeah, it kind of puts me in a position of like, as I think about this, a man that's supposed to be wise as Jay Prince, would put his empire on the line for Charleston White. I just can't believe that. I want to, I want to believe that this man is a lot wiser than to put his empire on the line. Now I don't know how much money he worth. I think he worth 20, 30 million, something like that. He worth a whole lot of money, you know what I'm saying? That's for sure. He got property all over the place, you know what I'm saying? And so, he gonna put that his welfare and his life of paradise for a nigga in jeopardy for a nigga like Charleston White. I just can't believe it. And man, the fact that Charleston White can still exist out here, gaslighting people, lying, trying to put niggas' freedom on the line. Real talk. Nah, that don't mean that, I'm saying Jay Prince is an angel, because that's not what I'm saying. It's a lot of crazy shit that didn't happen down there in Houston, That don't mean it's all on him, but you supposed to be the man. You supposed to be, yeah. Yeah, you supposed to be the man. Now that don't take, that don't take that away. Now when that young boy from the Migos got killed down there, that was a shame. That was a fucking shame. When you the boss man, but at the same time, you cannot determine what ignorant niggas will do. But if you say, and you the man, that I don't want shit, happening to these boys while they here on my, it shouldn't happen. If you got power like that, it should not happen. And so it was a lot of motherfuckers going down there getting robbed. Niggas get robbed anywhere. But this is supposed to be a controlled setting. This is supposed to be your setup or affiliated with you. You got your sons and, you in anywhere, and they in town, wherever they go, you supposed to say, hey, whoever in this motherfucker, this is a controlled setting. If you come here, nigga, you affiliated. You affiliated to be in some shit like this. That keep the level of crazy ass, crazy shit from going down. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that that young guy from Amigos got killed down there, which it was totally unnecessary for him to die like that. That was a bad fucking look. Bad fucking look, so, but that's, that's neither here nor there. And I'm not making it less than necessary, because justice needs to be served. I'm just saying, in this particular instance, yeah, you say I can't stand Charleston White, man. I can't neither. Cause the nigga like a demonic entity. He's like a little imp. He remind me of Leprechaun. That's who he remind me of, the Leprechaun motherfucker. Yeah, little imp motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just, looking, going around terrorizing and shit, and, looking for to start some shit, but I don't think Jay Prince that damn dumb to let a nigga like that pull him off his square. But I don't know if a nigga can go on eternally without a motherfucker finally, because at that point, a motherfucker become a punk. You know, at that, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, of course, you know, he's a paid informant. That's already known. He done already said that, so that's not even an allegation. That's what come out his own fucking mouth that he fucks with the police. He's police. You know, he's police, and so you know Jay Prince, but that don't mean you know, motherfucker, you know, can't be sent a message, but it got to be the right way. You know what I'm saying? It got to be the right way. And I'm not saying, you know, to harm nobody, but getting your jaw wide up, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. You know, motherfucker catch you walking down the street, nigga, and catch you with one and knock you, you know, and break your jaw. You know what I'm saying? Send you a message, you know. I'm not saying to do that. You know, I'm not saying to do that, but it's where, you know, people like to jump out the window and do some erratic shit to a motherfucker that ain't worth it. You know, it's ways to take out the trash without putting yourself and your life and all of that in jeopardy. You know, it's a ways of doing that. And so he thinking people that he you know, they didn't gave him a green light to damn near say anything he want about a motherfucker. I don't even see how his videos even stay up on YouTube. They wanna, you know, they wanna flag a motherfucker for damn near anything today. But how the fact that all this bullshit get to stay up on this internet like this, you know, he shouldn't have no damn video up. Listen here, don't nobody give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, don't nobody give a fuck about all that. The right motherfucker don't give a fuck. If they'll hit the goddamn president and put a hit out on the president, they don't give a fuck about nobody. You get the right motherfucker, and you know what I'm saying? But, you know, yeah, okay, he's a snitch. So goddamn what? That don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? They got throwaway niggas out here. They got a throwaway nigga for his ass. You see what I'm saying? They got a throwaway nigga for his ass. So, you know, but I'm not saying that that's what, you know, I'm not advocating nobody do nothing. I'm this is hypothetical. You know, this is hypothetical, you know. This real talk. It's hypothetical. This is not advocating nobody do shit. But don't get it twisted. Nigga, everything in nature, nigga, got a balance. So don't think, oh, nigga, that the water flow one way. No, it's a crash out nigga for his ass. You could believe that. If that was really the case. If that was really the case. But a lot of people today, man, they just like fuck it. They move around. You know, they'll move around the situation. You know what I'm saying? Back in the era where I came up, motherfucker, you would have been gone long time ago. You see what I'm saying? Cause back in the day, you see, that's why I don't believe none of that shit that motherfucker say. Cause I know motherfucker don't give a fuck. They'll ride by nigga and whoever in the house. They don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't want to become desensitized to the reality that there's some throwaway niggas out there for your ass. Don't get it twisted. Don't let this shit out here really, because see, this is TV. You hit these streets, a nigga like that just exists in the street, you get dealt with, nigga. But because, you know, he got the line, you know, he's in the public eye and shit like that. You know, this is a game. This is TV. This is a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? This is a comedy show. This, you know, where they set niggas up to, you know, get your ass up here, talk shit. Yeah, he's police, he's this, he's that. You know what I'm saying? And so, but don't get it twisted, because I don't want people to try to take this TV shit to real life, thinking it ain't no throwaway nigga out there that don't give a fuck about life or nothing, nigga, and will take whatever, nigga, to get your ass together. It's some niggas out there for you. So don't look at this and think, oh, you could copycat a situation like that. Yeah, I don't, man. Jay Prince is, and I'm like I say, I don't advocate, cause for that, but I don't, for Jay Prince, because you got some things to answer for, and it ain't on me. It ain't on me. I don't need to hear what the answer might be. I'm just hearing what people's got a gripe about, certain shit, like what happened to the Migos rapper up there, and a whole lot of other people. The Duke the Jeweler guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fucked up shit didn't happen to guys, good guys that just there, and they end up robbed and dead. And when you the man in the city, you supposed to use your influence to say, hey man, when motherfuckers come to Houston, they should feel, and that's for every city where you got boss niggas, and you supposed to, unless you don't want motherfuckers in the city, niggas won't come there. But if you want people to come there and enjoy Houston and fucking spend money with Houston and shit, or any other city, you make it safe for a motherfucker. Motherfucker come spend. You want to rob the motherfucker and kill the man? What kind of shit is that? So a boss supposed to give motherfucker security to the, family coming in and shit, so they could keep coming in. And when other motherfuckers say, oh, we could come in and be safe, more motherfuckers gonna come in and spend money. That's just real talk. Motherfuckers ain't gonna want to come in and spend no motherfucking money if niggas ain't coming home. They dying and shit and this, that. So yeah, I feel that they have a argument, a gripe about, shit happening like that. But this is something different, and is it all connected? I don't know. Yeah, well, you know what? At some point in time, a motherfucker might, if the fly, that's just like me. When the fly get in the house, right? Sometimes you be doing shit, right? And you let that motherfucker fly around, you know what I'm saying? And then you doing shit, and then the motherfucker landing right next to you and shit. And and you can't think sometimes. After a while, I say, I got to get this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I be swatting all over the motherfucking house, and I be determined to get that motherfucker. But sometimes, you just let the motherfucker fly and shit, and then when you like, this motherfucker think he really about to live up in this motherfucker. And then, I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt, and I get his ass too. And I be determined to get that and I get that motherfucker too. But sometimes, when you dealing with real life, man, you cannot wear your emotions on your motherfucking sleeve. You cannot let a motherfucker see how you thinking. That's off top. Never let them see what you thinking. Never let them hear what you thinking. Motherfucker talking shit annoys his ass. And if you got to take out the trash, nigga, that's your decision to do that. But it's a way to take out the trash. Simple as that. Don't be no fool and put your life on the line for a worthless ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because more than likely, you gonna hit a brick wall sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I don't give a fuck even if you get a good run, nigga. Even if you get a good run, nigga, you gonna hit a wall eventually. Somebody ain't gonna want. It's gonna be one motherfucker that ain't got shit to lose, don't give a fuck, and they ready to crash out right along with you. And you would, that will be, the inevitability of you running into a motherfucker that matches your energy, and it's like that in the universe, nigga. It's a motherfucker just like you on the other side, nigga. That's what you got to learn about the laws of opposites. It's a motherfucker just like you on the other side. And when you run into that motherfucker, it's gonna be either you or him. But somebody gonna go. You feel what I'm saying? I see y'all in a minute, man. Get over there to Patreon, General Seti. Also, General Seti, Etsy, One Stop, KingSeti.com. Links is down there. Thank y'all for being here. We coming black. We got a lot of hot topics we gonna talk about this evening. Stay with me. Black Pop.